From the eSports Report, Chris Puckett and Jake, and we just heard from the tech room that the TriCaster is slowing down. So we'll hopefully get through this first segment, but I have a feeling this is going to be a good show today.
Yep, we have a lot to talk about. We have a huge weekend coming up for Smash.
Huge.
Probably, it's actually the biggest weekend other than Anaheim leading up for this whole season because it's the final qualifier, and I'm going myself. I'm pumped. I can't wait.
And we've been doing Smash qualifiers all over the world. We've done Japan, we've done Toronto.
Paris
as well.
We've been all over the place. I mean, it's been a global qualifier, and we have a lot of talent, and this is really a global event because we have the top player from Europe coming over to compete, and we have all the top players that are trying to get their final spots locked in for Anaheim coming to New Jersey, Somerset, New Jersey this weekend. So
Somerset, New Jersey. Who would have known that would be an esports hotspot? Well, later in the show, we'll be talking Call of Duty. Revan will be replacing Jake here as we'll be talking about Optic Nation, one of the 8 teams attending the X Games. Also, I heard the compendium for Dota 2, now over $7 million, Jake. It's a good time to be in esports.
it really is, man. It really is.
So let's kick it off with the Smash. Yesterday, we profiled a few of the players that are going to be at E3. We have 16 players going to E3 playing Smash Wii U for the first time.
Yep.
Not only some big-name competitors, but also some big figureheads in the community, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a really diverse crowd, and it's going to be really good to see like different impressions from different skill levels and how they feel about the game. And we'll get a better feel like overall like how the game really will compare to Brawl and Melee and the other titles.
Yeah, so for those who missed the show yesterday, give us a quick overview before we jump into SKTAR.
I mean, essentially we have 16 players. We have some of the top players like Dr. PP and Hungrybox, but then we have a lot of community people like Crispus who runs Apex. And we have MacD who's the team manager for Curse's Smash team. So there's a good variety of like players and like skill levels. Not saying that some are like severely better than others, but it's good. It's a good mix. And we're going to see 20 characters playable at the event. There will be, the 16 players, and there's 30 characters in the total roster, so not everyone's playable, but it's a lot of new characters that we've never seen in Smash before.
Mega Man.
Mega Man, MacD, or Little Mac, not MacD. Little Mac is the character I'm looking forward to the most.
You think MacD's going to run Little Mac?
He might. He might.
Should.
It seems fitting, right?
All right, we'll talk about that in a bit. First, let's go into SKTAR. As you mentioned, probably the most important qualifier we have for Smash. Probably because it's the last qualifier we have here. One of the last?
Yeah, it is the final qualifier, and it's a 5K series. So this is worth way more than the other events. I mean, we had one 5K series before, but that was the only European qualifier. There was a huge event, so it's the only event Europe had. We made that a 5K. But this, all the Americans that are trying to finish up their points, like really make sure they can be in that pro bracket, they're going to be here this weekend.
So comparing this to Pat's House, which was last weekend, Pat's House was a 2K?
Pat's House was a 2K. That was actually a pretty controversial thing. A lot of people said it should be worth more, but it was a regional qualifier. All the regional qualifiers were 2K in the U.S., except for actually one of them was a 1K because it was such a small event.
Okay.
And so it was a 2K just like all the other regional qualifiers. And it was stacked, but it was really just the West Coast. This is very global. This is the top in the East Coast. It's the top in Canada, the top in the West Coast. Everybody's here.
Talk to me about who you're excited for, who's qualified so far, and who are some of the players we're going to see still attending SKTAR trying to qualify.
Yeah, I mean, right now we already have Mewtwo King, we have Mango, Hungrybox, and then Leffen and Remen have both qualified, but they have not confirmed that they're going. So we have those 5 already locked in. So that means there's 7 spots up for grabs via points. Now, some guys have been doing a lot more qualifiers than others. Like Soft is leading the points right now. Soft is at the very top of the list. You can see there, he only needs to place 49th this weekend to guarantee him a spot in that pro bracket because of how many points he has already.
So Soft 49th place, is that easily
That's very
attainable?
easy. That's like winning 2 games probably, maybe 3. And his seed is very high going into SKTAR. So honestly, I'd be shocked if he did not qualify for that spot going into the event. So Zero's up there, Flo's up there, and Hax is up there. Hax placed second at Hobo. That's the only event he's been into, but that second place got him that 1,200 points.
Yeah.
So I think attaining 9th is not easy with an event this stacked, but he should be able to do it. Professor Pro is a European, and he's a very, very, very good Project M player. I don't know if he's as well known for his Melee skills, but Project M and Melee transition pretty well. So I expect him, like, 9th place is going to be tough, but he could do it for sure. But Westballs is probably one of the most interesting storylines right now because Westballs, he's a top Falco player, and he just had that at Pat's House 2 last week. He threw it away against Fly Amanita, and Fly Amanita is not here this weekend. So we saw some great games from him. You can see him there getting pumped up, and he played just amazingly all weekend long, and he almost had that series. but he has to place in the top 5 in order to guarantee that spot, and that is a daunting task when you consider that we have guys like Dr. Peepee attending this weekend. We have guys, Ken, Karini, J, Shroomed, Mango, Mewtwo King, Armada, they're all here. So top 5 over those guys, it's not going to be an easy task.
What chances are you giving Westballs here? Because I'm watching his highlights, and the kid's got skills.
He's extremely talented, and I actually give him a 50% chance, which is, some people might say that's generous. I think he has the talent to do it. And I want to see him do it very badly because I'm rooting for the guy, honestly.
Now, last weekend, he had that huge blunder, basically that down smash that we constantly see him. Or what is that jump kick? Give me the technical terminology.
The jump, I'm not, the one where
the little spinny, his finisher.
Oh, the down air, the spike.
Down air, there we go. The spike.
Down air, yep.
He missed that.
He missed
flying off the map.
Well, he hit it, but it didn't kill, and then he killed himself. So, it was an uncharacteristic mistake, and I don't know. I don't think he'll do that again anytime soon.
Yeah, he's looking to shake that one off, maybe get a little redemption this weekend. So best of luck. There is a great example of him succeeding with it. Westballs is one of your players to watch, but I know there's one other guy on this list that you're really excited for. It's not Liquid Ken, who I'm hoping is going to take it off.
Now, a lot of people are looking at Ken, and a lot of people are saying Ken's too old, he's too washed up. But honestly, I definitely do think Ken has a chance. But Shroomed is big on my list, too, because Shroomed is a very top-level player from the West Coast as well. He plays a really good Dr. Mario. He's been playing a lot more Sheik lately, but he's definitely got the talent to get there. Now, he's in the same spot as Westballs. He has to place incredibly high in order to lock in that spot for sure. But I think he can do it. I really do. I think he has the talent and just, the hunger for that spot. He wants it because if you're traveling out here for the West Coast, you're traveling out here to qualify for MLG.
And you need to get a high placing. Now, we talked a little bit about Dr. Peepee or PPMD going to be attending.
He's
some huge names in there. Is it a character advantage, do you think? Does Westballs with Falco match up against these top players better? Does Sheik match up better?
The thing is, at the highest level, all these guys can play multiple characters. So if it comes down to a matchup being incredibly favorable, they're going to mix it up. They're going to throw in different characters. So nowadays, it's not like back in the day where Ken just plays Marth. Everybody has 2 or 3 characters they can throw out. If they're not comfortable playing, for example, Armada plays Peach typically. And against Leffen, he's afraid to play Peach, so he plays Fox. And that's kind of something everybody does. Everybody has a pocket Fox right now. So,
all right, well, all these big names are attending. We only have 7 spots really for the qualifier. Who are your big 7 this weekend?
Wow, that's a loaded question. One of the big questions is Peepee going to be able to make it with 0 points? He has to place in the top 3. So I'm actually going to say Peepee can do it. He's currently considered the best in the world. He won Apex. It's only one event, but he's been kind of off the radar. He hasn't been doing MLG qualifier yet. He's been kind of under the radar.
He hasn't defended the title yet.
He hasn't. But he's on EG. That counts for something. He's got a lot to prove because this is his first event under that EG flag.
So you got Dr. Peepee coming through.
I got Peepee. I got Soft. Soft's a clear pick. I got Zero. I got Professor Pro. That's 4. That's 4.
I didn't see Mango on your list.
Mango's already qualified.
Oh, he's already through.
He's already through. So I think Hax will make it through. I think Westballs can do it.
Westballs.
I think Westballs can do it. And
top 5.
I'd say I think he can do it. I believe in him. And it depends, maybe Shroomed. It's really tough when you get to 6 and 7.
Any of the old school guys coming through? Is Ken, Kareem, DJ, chillin'? Do any of these guys have a chance of getting top 3 in your opinion?
They have so few points that beating the current top 5 is going to be incredibly difficult. Placing top 3, that's I don't think I can comfortably say that they will do that. I mean, even if they don't qualify for the championship bracket, this will give them a good seed for Anaheim. So the points are still very valuable. Because having a good seed is just as important as being in the championship bracket. I mean, it's not as nice because you still have to go through an incredibly stacked open bracket at Anaheim.
We call it a nice warm-up period.
Yeah. But it's still really important to get at least 500 points this weekend so that you have a good seed.
All right, so you have Westballs sneaking through.
I do.
We'll see if he can do it. I know you're going out to Jersey with the camera crew this week, and you guys are going to be following it here for the eSports Report. Jake, where can we watch it if we're not able to head over to New Jersey ourselves? Where can we watch it online?
We got 2 full streams. We got VG Bootcamp running a stream on MLG.tv/VG Bootcamp. That's going to be strictly Melee. And there's actually a Project M and Brawl tournament going on at MLG.TV/Clash Tournaments.
Clash Tournaments is running the Brawl in Project M. Talk to me a little bit about some of the big names attending for those tournaments.
This is actually the biggest Brawl tournament of the summer, like bar none. Like this event's huge. So we actually have 9B coming over from Japan. We have Ally, ADHD, Nairo, all the big names that we're used to seeing over the years. And it's going to be just as stacked as Melee, honestly.
You have been talking nothing but Smash all day in the office. We have X Games coming up. We have E3 coming up. We have Anaheim coming up. But today, it's all Smash in Jake's World. There's good reason for it. Yeah. Big tournament, SK Tar. It's going down this weekend. MLG.TV is the place to watch it. What time does it kick off tomorrow?
With Smash tournaments, you can never say what time, but I'm going to say roughly noon.
Roughly noon.
Noon to 1.
Make a sandwich at noon. It'll be ready by the time you're done.
Exactly.
We'll be back with more ESR. Jake, thanks for coming on the show. I know you have some more graphics to make, and best of luck this weekend on your predictions. We're going to be looking back at today's list and see how you fare come Monday.
All right.
Call of Duty after this. Revan joins me as we talk Optic Nation. They're one of the 8 teams heading to the X Games. We'll give you the lowdown after this.